welcome to them by my hands. I will do some things in a minute. DJ, let's honor her, please. And also those who have passed on to transition death. Please, let's have a moment of silence for her, please. Thank you so much. I think she deserved that. The family deserved this place. So she was famed for her beauty. DJ, let's go. Pray for yourselves too, ladies and gentlemen. For your families, for our children. May her soul and the souls of the departed rest in peace. Amen. Can we all be seated, please? Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight it's a tumultuous time. Although I don't need to talk more about this or preach more about this. We heard from the eulogy Dr. Kizito gave us. Gentlemen on the north side, please. Let's have it. Undivided attention, please. You see, some folks say, Peter, he called my name out. Peter likes to call people's name out. When you come to occasion, let's see what is going on, please. We behave maturely. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this story. My grandson, baby Andrew, he calls me Papa. That is the same name I would call my father when he was alive. He said, Papa. I said, yes. He's now 3 years old, very handsome, like his grandpa. He said, I like the snow. I want you too. Please, I need your attention, please. Let's listen to this. It's for everybody. Because the kids speak from their heart. He said, Grandpa, Papa, I like the snow, but I don't like the ice. That's my grandson speaking. Yes. Then I asked him, how come you don't like the snow? He said, because it turns to ice and it is slippery. It is very slippery. I asked him, what are you doing outside when it's snowing? He said, I just want to go there to play around. But the snow slided me and I fell on my butt. Lady and Sir Magnus, while I was answering this to him, God put this in my spirit. I'd like to do something tonight. God took me to John chapter 4, verse 1 to 4, and he says, I am gone to prepare a place for you, and I will come again. And in my spirit again, he said, Onyemore, I want you to go to this occasion with an umbrella. I'd like to do something. DJ Mix. Let me have an umbrella, please. Can you open it for me, DJ Mix? I'm not making up a story. God put this in my spirit. I'd like to show you something, what he said. And good thing, the color matched everything. He said, go in your closet, bring out the gold and white umbrella and do something. But anyways, you went the other way around to heaven. Put your hand together, please. God can do some things, but he didn't want to stay. He said, when you're under my umbrella, I will cover you. I will shield you. Nothing will come to you. No rain will come to you. But unfortunately, he went the other way around. Can you finish this one, please? funny. It is not a lie. He put this in my spirit, and I like it. I like to share this from you. When you lean on God, my sister, it is too hard to lose a mother. A lot of us have been there. Many of us have been there. Buried both parents. It hurts so bad, peculiarly when it is a mother. Ladies and gentlemen, look at who she was. She was famed by her beauty. I watched her. I was listening to Sir Magnus during our committee meeting. He began to talk about his mother-in-law. He said her obedience and diligence for the family was too high. She was famed her beauty, loved her children. I recall he called her Madam Pharmaceuticals. Is that right? I remember that vividly. I was taking notes. But nevertheless, I'm not going to take much of your time. This is a celebration of her life. My brothers and sisters, take your time and get acquainted with the family of Mr. Magnus. Can we thank God for that, please? Let's put our hands together for God, what He can do. At this time, Sir Magnus is going to give us some tributes about his mother-in-law. Please, let's give him a complete corporate attention, please. Let him just speak briefly about his mother-in-law, please. That's lost our trains.
AMC. Thank you everybody for taking out the time to be here this evening. In fact, on behalf of my family, especially my wife, I can't be able to express how we feel having all the beautiful people we have here. We are here because I lost someone very special to me. My mother-in-law, I used to call her Madam Lucas. That's what I used to call her. When I say, hey, Madam Lucas, she said, Juwai. And then, normally I talk so much. So each time I go out or I put on my transmission to talk, she will like, and I'll say, Madam Lucas, this is my house. Don't command me. So, Mrs. Theresa Nwode was born to the family of Awaji in Umuesh, Nidato, South local government in Imo State. Her family was such a very large family. The Awaji had maybe more than 30 children. You know, it was a very great family. Then after the war, she met my father-in-law, who was a young man who just came back from the war. All his eyes was red. And then he saw this young woman, they married, and then she followed him to Kanu, where they resided. And there she had 9 children and raised all of them wonderfully. Out of those 9, 6 girls and 3 boys. My wife is the oldest of all those 9 children. And all the girls are well settled in their different homes with their different people. When I went to do my wife's traditional marriage in 1996, she looked at me. I was still, my torso was not as big as it is now. My torso was small, a hustling young man. She looked at me and said, "This man, what kind of boy is this?" I said, "Hey, madam, don't call me a boy. I'm a man." So, for those, it's 25 years now precisely, she has been a mother-in-law from my first child to the last of them until it happened that horrible day in June of last year. She was having breakfast and then she fell from the dining table and that was it. From there, she was no longer her normal self. And the day it pained me most was the day I now told her, "Mama, we'll be going to the airport, you're going home." As she was getting into the car, the children came out and she started crying. She wasn't talking, but she was just, the tears was just flowing. I said, well, come on, get into the car, let's go. She couldn't talk, but the tears was just flowing. And then all of a sudden, she just turned around and said, so I won't see these children again. I said, who told you you're not going to see them? But again, she never saw them again. So she went home. My only happiness is that she was with her husband. The last 3 months was good for her because then she had time to be with her husband and then with her other children. And eventually when they called to say she was dead, I just looked at my wife and said, well, it's still bound to happen someday. So she was a nice woman to me. She was not that old, she was 69. So at 69, she was still, I mean, if it's a typical American lady, her life was just starting, but that's her choice, that's her destiny, and God has taken her. God gave her to us, and He has taken her. So, I mean, we are fine. I'm happy that she's gone to the Lord, and I thank everyone for being here. She was a good mother-in-law, a good grandmother to the children, and a good mother to my wife. So all I ask of everyone here is, at your personal times, if you can say 1 or 2 words of prayer for the repose of your soul. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Sir Magnus. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make the announcement. So rightly, please, I would like for you to get your changes from, yes, the changeover is here, changeover. We're not in the bank. Get your changeover changes, change your dollar bills. You can even give 1 million without changing it. Because 1,000 is spelled with T, a billion with B. I'd like for you to rent tonight. Let's do our thing, Denver. There is so many this in our community. I don't know if I may, I heard Sir Morris or Magnus' mother too back home. Mr. Lawrence on our people, his mom has deceased. So let's keep him in our prayers, please. Let me recognize Mr. Ifanye Ejamu from Chicago for coming to Denver. DJ, give him 2 gun salute before I begin. Let's give you 2 gun salutes coming all the way from Chicago. We welcome our visitors with gun salute. Yes. That's for you, baby. And now, that's it. Yes, welcome. Put your hand together for him, please. To support the family. The Nwakuna family will be making their grand entrance before dinner, please. They'll be coming in. DJ, I need some interlude so they can get ready to come in. Let's introduce them officially, please. I'd like for you to show them, yes, I'd like for you to show them some love. Some love. My encourage you. Get your dollar changes. Dr. Edge is in the house. I salute you, baby. Yes. They'll be getting ready to come in. While they're getting ready, food is served after that. Let's turn this to celebrations of morning. Because morning comes in the morning. Yes. Yes. If you're gonna serve on the food area, please, let's start getting ready. Let's show them some love. They'll be traveling home to bury their remains. I'd like to thank the committee of friends, particularly Mr. Prince Obas. He's done a tremendous job. Mr. Obas Prince, thank you so much. Thank you so much. People are coming. Let's start getting ready. Get your changes, please. Get your changes. Thank you so much. Oh, I see you. I see you, baby. It's gonna be fun. We celebrate the dead in our country. Former Igbo president, Sergio, I welcome you in our midst. I learned you're one of the school teachers for the kids. Yes. Good to see my brothers and sisters. Welcome. Father Charles Anel. You are in the building, baby. Yes, there are changes. That's the church of God. I'd like to recognize Mr. Basel Iberu, that's the church of God president in the building. Yes, my president. My able president. That's the church of God. Yes. I I love you too, baby. I got to recognize you. It's gonna happen. Let's do it, though. I recognize you. We are getting ready. Showcase. DJ Mix. My man. It's gonna happen. Let's get up on it. Let's welcome them officially.
That is why you are called
Papa over to you.
That is why you are
doing. That is how we do it officially. Let's welcome them in the building. Yes. Yes. Mr. Baby. My man. This is just love channel. Mr. Pastor. Loyal Renato. And I'm the recruiter. My man. Very my man. True friend. As you know, woman no man is the chief one that done.
That is why you are called
As you went. Get a dollar changes, please. Don't sit and look around. Get a dollar changes. Break it down. Yes.
What you say you will do.
Careful.
That is what you will do.
That is why you are called Jehovah.
That is why you are called Jehovah.
If you know why you're just not for me. Who's that for me? Chief Sonny, I know. Let me let you. Yes. Mr. Ivan Ejamu from Chicago. Remember, check them out. There's lots of ways, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
You are the Lord that you get to know. You are the Lord that you get to know.
Doctor, this is Chief Olor. Chief Olor will take it easy. Chief Olor will take it easy. Chief, Simon, you can also give me some food, baby. Yes. No, I'll leave me alone. Sir, I'll check it.
You are the Lord who can never change.
You are the Lord, no change, no. You can give. Write your check. Support them in their money. Oh, Wimo, you look good, baby. I like this. And you are the Lord that changes no. Yes. It's the gadget. It's the gadget. Yes. You never check. This is how we do it. To help the family. It is a huge task. You got to give and receive a blessing. Get some change. lot. Every nickel hands the family to go home for the funeral. Every penny hands them a lot. Give. Give. I have given. Yes. 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 Sadio the singer. Sadio the singer. Listen, Mama Kano. He's a Kenneth who won. Mama. Yes. You got to give. Every penny counts. Choose some more. I need some more, baby. Give me some more too. Yes. I need some more. Take it easy on me. Thank you for giving. You always give. Yes, sir. That is how we do it. To help each other. Take a step back. Decorated with money, baby. Yes. Engineer Ben, I see you. In the dinner time, anytime, dinner time. Mrs. Obio, one name Magnus, and Nelson. Yes, that's for your mother and your baby. Yes, celebrate her. Yes, give this labor. Yes. Our boss, man. Yes. You number one is making our way. As the son. Chief, I win. Yes. Mrs. Achebe. Yes. Yes. We have some minutes on here now. Let me help with destiny. Find the fight of destiny. Papa to win. Here, Papa. Yes. That is how we do it.
Yeah.
Please, get your food, not my family. Please go eat. It is your time to eat. Yes. Go eat, baby, go eat. Dinner time. Yes. Yes. Where should I go? Table number 1. You can go eat. My visitor. Go eat, my brother. From Chicago. All the way from Chicago. Over my brother. Yes. It is cooking. Yes. I'd like for you to go eat. Table number 001. Yes. Let's go, let's go. Please, let's go. My God! Yes, dinner time. You want fufu? Okay.
Mr. Magnus, can you tell us what's happening here this evening?
We're actually here because my wife and I were mourning my mother-in-law. Sister Theresa Nwode.
Okay.
She just passed on.
Alright. Yeah, I see you have some friends that came from out of state as well. You know, and the priest that was preaching earlier on, you knew your mother-in-law in person. Well, the things are going on nicely here this evening, and you can see there's a lot of food and a lot of people here. So thanks for your time.
I can sing too. What give them? Oh yes. We need peace. Peace for us.
The money to go now.
Yes. There's a lot of food. Lots of food. We are ready. Mama is very happy what you're doing. What you're to celebrate her life. Yes. Cash advance, get your changes. Every gift they give, all the way from Colorado Springs. Snow, rain, and sunshine that are here in any occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, and now, here come Destiny Social Club. Hit it. With their chairman, president, Mr. Basel Ibe and Mrs. Engineer Ibe. Yes. Now, go now, clap for Destiny Social Club. Put your hands together, please. It is not this. Put your hands together for them. Men and caliber. Sonny Anyon, former chairman, Destiny Social Club. Who do I come in? Where will they go? And the jazz team of a member. 2 days ahead. Member. Engineer Henry, Emmanuel. Member. Johnny Oka for member. Ngozi Hama. Magnus, Nwakuna. Member Destiny Social Club. Nelson, Engineer Jim, I can go be member. I know them by the name. Jim, head up for. Mr. Charles J. Wamba. Over to 2. Yeah, watch you yes, Able Secretary. Chief, you know our Able Secretary. Junior, Mr. Magnus, our Honorable Secretary. Yes. Chairman, Mr. Hassan, Archie Kemeka, just on top of all member, just to touch the club. Mr. Fred, Sir Jeffrey, the winner, I read the one member. Mr. Christopher, Mr. Wonder Odui, Mr. Barnabas, member, just to touch the club. Imam is Olaka, Namaka Olo, member, just to touch the club. I know that. Yes. Engineer Uche Nonye, Lawrence Awa, Dr. Ben Obini, member, just to touch the club. Sassone Anyo, Ben Eza, Engineer Adiaka, Chief, Chris Nyekume, and my humble self, Onyewana, member, it is cooking, yes, it's cooking, baby, it is good to be on, yes, Mr. Barnabas, two-time ICC president. Yes, Mrs. Barnabas, second lady of ICC. Yes. No women. Take it easy, take it easy. It's a chance to get on. When you get that far, you know you're far, never watch out. Mr. Magnus, this is how we support each other. Yes. Mrs. Uche Nwode, Mrs. Achike member, Mrs. Kilo, Monday Odui, Oma Siniti Winnie member, this is such a club. This is the one, and we are talking. And these are different things too. Remember the name. Engineer Ben. Yes, sir. Mrs. Dr. Ben. Really. Engineer Ben. Yes, sir. Sir, Chris Thomas. And chief organizer. May God bless you. And I need the one. Decorate your wife with money, baby. Yes, we have. Decorate her with money. And I need the one. Take it easy. good. That is it is cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, the floor is open. Display our culture. Oh yes. Yes. Big babies. Yes. Yes. It is cooking. Ambassador. Check. I'm a singer. Yes. My ambassador. Ambassador, I'm a singer. Yes. Ambassador. I'm a singer. The United is good. It's not to be part. That's the American honor. Yes. One day Magnus. Sunday Macano. And forget. Man of the people. You see the Lord. It is good to be done. And that's for your grandma, baby. That's for your grandma. Yes. That's for your grandma. And yes. Oh yes, mom. She's wonderful. And oh, that's sniper. Oh, that's sniper. That's a silly baby. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. She is confident one step. Go see him, man. Go see him, man. It's cooking, baby. Oh, your man, you see what he's doing? Yes. Mr. Marcel. Go see him, man. It is good to be done. Everything. Yes, we do. We thank God for everything. In everything, give God the glory. Yes.
Money is the root of evil. Oh, you know they reject the money.
Mrs. Theresa Nwode, so rest in peace. Go there. That's for your mommy, daddy. That's for your mommy. What's that, tell them? That's for your mommy. She finds the mom. Many have the money. They are going to Nigeria. Yes. The door is open. Ladies and gentlemen,